Right, shalom to the hopeful elect. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us his truth, and salutes to Yakim teaching his word to the hopeful elect. Right, so this video I'm going to be speaking about how we must wait upon the Lord. Okay, we've got to continue to wait upon Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai has commanded us to wait upon him. Okay, so there's no taking things in your own hands, taking matters into your own hands, because we got to go by what the Lord has said. Okay, we got to go according to prophecy, which that's what will happen, that's what will be done. All right, because it's the Lord's will. All right, so we are under oppression, we're here in captivity still. The scripture says we are yet this day in our captivity, all right, where we've been scattered for a reproach and a curse. So knowing that, what can we do? What's the solution? We have to follow and wait upon Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Right? This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord." So we have to wait, and in waiting, we're seeking the Lord. All right, we're searching His word, doing the work, going to the highways and byways. The scripture says, "Occupy until I come." All right. So that's what we're doing in this faith, all right? Upkeeping this business, the Lord's money, right? That He's given us, right? These talents, all right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we've received, right? We use it, all right? And spread this word, spread this knowledge, all right? Pushing this gospel, all right? The good news unto the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. According to Bible prophecy, right? The chosen of the Lord. So we are commanded to wait, right? Because the Lord is the only one that's going to get us out of this condition. We don't have the power or might to do it ourselves. All right, many have tried and many have failed. Right, that's a part of the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Okay, being scattered on slave ships, being sold as bondmen and bondwomen, being in this captivity, in this system, until the very last days. And no man would buy us, would redeem us from this condition. That's why we have to continue to wait upon Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. All right, so it says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey." Yeah, until Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai rises up for us, all right, and destroys our enemies. Okay, these other nations, they're not going to get away with the oppression and the affliction and all the wickedness and the evil they've done unto us. The Lord is going to rise up, all right? It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation." So that's righteous anger. The Lord is angry towards these nations, all right? They had us in slavery, sold us to the nations all over the world in the transatlantic slave trade, spearheaded by the so-called white men, the Edomites, and these nations, these heathens. So the Lord is going to gather these nations, all right? And His anger is going to be poured upon them with fire. Lasers from the chariots, all right? The so-called UFOs. You're going to have the missiles, the nukes, ICBMs in World War III. This is what's coming and awaiting upon these nations. That's their judgment, all right? So that's the greatest judgment. Hey, that's, according to prophecy, the judgment the Lord has determined in this earth. All right. And we know that main hotspot is going to be down in the Middle East. All right. Where all these nations are going to meet for war. All right. The third and final war. And the Lord is going to show up in the midst. All right. And He's going to deliver his elect, the remnant of His people that believe in Him and have faith. They're going to be saved. All right. So it says, "Even all my fierce anger." All right, so that's how the Lord ain't coming with you know hot to be so loving and happy to these nations. All right, he's coming with judgment. All right, he's coming back angry, and the Lord is going to be revealed as he is, as the scriptures describes him, as a so-called black man with a white woolly afro. All right. So it says, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So that's how the Lord's coming back. Okay. So there's no point, it's really pointless. It's vain trying to take judgment in your own hands. Okay. Because the Lord is going to take out nations. You might get angry at somebody that's, disrespecting you, as these nations, disrespect us, and you might, want to curse him out, or you might want to, throw hands on him, but that's just one person. The Lord's coming back to slaughter many, right? So we have to, as the scriptures say, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay, all right? And we have to let prophecy, we have to let this take effect, which I say that loosely because it's, like I mentioned before, the Lord's will be done. All right. So we have to watch it play out. So this is Isaiah 66:15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. See, more fire. When the Lord returns and visits this earth with judgment, he's going to come with chariots, all right, an army of angels, all right, and they're going to come with vengeance. They're going to invade this earth. They're going to destroy America, which is Babylon, spiritual Egypt and Sodom. That judgment is going to take place in that land, right? The Lord is going to rebuke these wicked nations, right? Because they are proud against the Lord. All right? And they don't know the Lord. And they mock the Lord and his word and his prophets. So they're going to pay for that. All right? Every idle word men shall speak, they shall give account in the day of judgment. All right? That's what, according to the scriptures, as it's written. Okay? So that fire is going to come. And that fire is not going to be a nice time. That fire is going to melt the flesh off of these people. As they stand upon their feet, their eyes are going to melt in their sockets. And their tongue is going to melt in their mouth, all right? According to Zechariah 14:12. All right? That's that plague upon Babylon. Salakia. So that's what's coming, all right? And no one can stop this. No man who can stop this. This is coming. This is prophecy, all right? It's already written, so you know it's going to be fulfilled according to the Lord's time, which we know we're close because we're hearing the rumors of wars. We're seeing the tensions between these nations. And this word is being pushed and this truth is being revealed. And Esau, the wicked devil he is being exposed. We're that much closer to the end. All right. And our salvation is going to follow, is near. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord's going to come with that sword, that destruction. Okay. The lasers, the spiritual power, and he's going to unleash slaughter upon these heathen nations, those that touched us, the apple of his eye. All right, he's going to judge them for all the bloodshed and the evil that they've done. Okay, the Lord's going to have mercy on the elect, only his chosen elect, the ones that were suffering the oppression and still had faith in him and his word, enduring unto the end. They're going to be beamed up in front of these nations. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see our salvation. All right, because we are suffering and we have faith in the Lord, because He is the one that's going to bring justice for us. All right, and His destruction, His judgment is gonna be way worse than anything we can do in our carnal set, in our in the flesh carnally. That's why we gotta, in our scripture says, in our patience possess your souls. All right, it's about waiting. All right, suffering what we're going through, but becoming harder, enduring. All right, because the slain of the Lord will be many. We know this. The scriptures tell it plain. All right, the Lord is coming to put a lot of people to death. All right, that's what slain means. Yep. So I'm gonna close out with this last scripture because I mentioned that. So, all right, and this is the thing: we don't have to be carnal. You know, our power is in this word. All right, and these nations are gonna see our salvation. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." So Esau, these nations, they all saw our downfall. They all saw us go in slavery in chains and on boats, naked, stripped and exposed and beaten and bruised and battered. But they're seeing us stand in great boldness with this truth, all right? Not because we're harm or, we got, anything carnal, okay? But because we got this truth, right? Which the word is a two-edged sword, sharper than any, see, I don't want to, let me jump straight to it. Hebrews 4:12. All right, this truth is our power, man. All right, it says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." So that's our weapon. That's how powerful this word is. Right? That's what we use. It's sharper than any two-edged sword, and it cuts people's their doctrine, what they got in their heart. It can bring them out. It exposes it, because that's the nature of this word. All right, this word has a heavy vibration. All right, it's much more powerful than a nuclear missile. Much more powerful than anything. All right, so it says,